Alright, looking at my thumbnail, you guys can already tell that there's something different here. It's like, what if Naruto had Wolverine's powers? And the format of it is very interesting. Some of you may be able to tell the format, and the reason for that is because I've actually talked to Kid Zeus for a little bit, and his Discord server, and he's actually DM'd me a couple of ideas that I could use. Like, he's given me a couple of his thumbnails. I really appreciate that, and I also have like another video that I plan on doing soon. But basically, this is going to be what if Naruto had Wolverine's powers. It just felt like I needed to explain that phrase before anybody gets in the comments talking about how, oh, I stole this thumbnail from this person. Nah, let's just get that out of the way first. Alright, so basically, how this is going to go is that for most of the story, it's pretty much the same, honestly, before Naruto is born. The only difference here is that, I'm going to say that Minato is actually part of a clan. Well, a different clan here. And basically, this clan, they call them Wolverines. Yeah, I don't have a really good name for this clan. Essentially, what ended up happening here is that when it came on to Minato, he basically is part of this clan who had Wolverine's abilities. They had strong regeneration. They had a pretty, they had extremely good regeneration abilities, and they were able to have the sort of bone Keki Genkai as well. They were basically able to, essentially, it's sort of like the Kaguya clan, where they were able to produce and manipulate their own bones. But this is a bit less strong here, where no, it's not necessarily that they can produce and manipulate bones, more like they're able to create claws made out of bones coming out of their, what was it called again? Coming out of their hands. Like through their knuckles, it looks like. Um, wait a minute. Bone claws, that's the name of the thing. Alright, I'm looking at Wolverine's stats right now really quickly, because sometimes I do get confused by what he has. So, he is the one this clan has. Basically, this clan is able to produce 12-inch long bone claws. There's 6 in total, 3 on each arm. They're, they're housed beneath the skin and the muscle of his forearm. Basically, they're right beneath the forearms, essentially. They're right underneath the skin and the muscles of the forearms. They can release these claws whenever they want, but it's going to hurt them a little bit every single time. Their knuckles always bleed. The knuckles will always bleed, essentially, when they use this Keki Genkai of theirs. It hurts them every single time. They bleed, yes, but that's where the healing factor comes in. And it's able to heal the wounds right afterwards. Almost immediately after, all of the time. So it's not like they would get any sort of diseases or anything from this. That's pretty much it, honestly. alongside the fact that they have more strength than other clans, they have hmm. Basically, this clan also had super strength. Really, they were incredibly strong for a clan to the point where they were sort of comparable to the Senjus in strength, at the very least. Not as powerful, but strength-wise, they were one of the. But through pure strength, they were considered to be one of the strongest clans. Really, that's basically how I'm going to say it is. All right, so when 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 Naruto was born, the whole thing with um Kurama Kurama and Obito still happens. Kurama rampages throughout Konoha, but Minato is able to seal half of Kurama into Naruto. The difference here, though, is that, well, there's a little bit more to Naruto than originally in canon. Naruto has an incredibly high chakra reserve. Yeah, that still stays the same, but he also now has bone manipulation. He. I'm going to say that. I don't know. Basically, Naruto still has his blonde hair and everything. It's just that now he is able to have these sort of bones pop out of his knuckles whenever he wants, and he has a very strong healing factor. He also has enhanced senses, and what do you call it? He also has an enhanced strength. So Kiba, you're even less special now. Of course, people still hate Naruto for the fact that he is a Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails Fox. That's not gonna change, honestly. Nobody ever realizes that Naruto is the son of the fourth Hokage. Nobody ever just stops for a second to think, hold up, this kid looks kinda familiar to this one Hokage of ours, the fourth Hokage. No, no, that still never happens. But Naruto is much stronger in this timeline because of his clan's abilities. People try and push Naruto down, try and hurt him all the time. A bit more than canon, actually, to the point where Naruto actually bleeds a couple of times whenever the villagers mistreat him. But Naruto, he is able to stand right back up, and whenever he bleeds, he notices that his wounds actually heal up pretty fast. One day, some bullies were harassing him, and Naruto was just sick of it all. He was just so frustrated, and he had this tingly feeling in his forearms. He felt like something was moving, something then pierced through his right arm's knuckles. Naruto Naruto hissed in pain because of that stinging feeling. But then he looked back down to his arm and sees that, well, there's something different here. He has these sort of bone claws coming out of his knuckles. He looks back at his opponents, and he smiles devilishly at them. He pumps out another three claws from his left arm. He hisses in pain a little bit, but he at least was able to prepare himself for the pain this time around. and his wounds heal up right afterwards, so he's still good. He goes and attacks his harassers, the bullies. He actually wounds them. He actually makes them bleed. The only thing here, though, is that before Naruto can make any super serious injuries to these guys, like almost darn near killing these guys, um, some of the ninjas. Actually, I'm going to say Kakashi actually shows up here, and he actually stops Naruto from killing these guys. Actually, Naruto is in a sort of berserker state here. That's something I think. I'm pretty sure Wolverine also has a berserker state as well. Actually, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if he does. Um, I haven't been all that familiar with the comics for a while. Like I know who Wolverine is, but sometimes I just forget what he has. He just has so much. Alright, so that's going to be the end of the video. No, it's not. It's too short. It needs to be at least 20 minutes long. Anyways, so Kakashi actually stops Naruto from killing these guys because Naruto was just going berserk on them. These guys actually run away from Naruto. They're incredibly scared of Naruto here. They didn't know what Naruto had just turned into. They were calling him a monster, a demon, all of those names right afterwards while they're running away. And they talked to their parents about it. Their parents are angry here. And they want vengeance. But they can't really do much. The third Hokage even goes so far as to actually ban them from actually trying to hurt Naruto here. Of course, some people still do it afterwards, even after he told them not to. But Naruto has a bit of a different childhood going onwards. After the fourth Hokage, not the fourth Hokage, but after the third Hokage, Hiruzen Sarutobi found out about Naruto's Kiki Genkai. He realizes that, oh snap, he ended up inheriting his father's Kiki Genkai. He realized, okay, now I need to actually train this kid. He told him about the Namikaze clan. He actually informs Naruto that, well, here's the thing. Your father was the fourth Hokage. And you are part of the Namikaze clan alongside the Uzumaki clan. You actually inherited a strong Keki Genkai, which gives you strong regeneration abilities alongside the fact that you are able to produce 6 bone claws from your arms, apparently from your knuckles. Alongside the fact that you have enhanced senses and yada yada yada, you also have incredible strength for a little kid. He has experienced a headbutt from Naruto a couple times through training, trying to do a little spar from time to time. Hiruzen was always just messing with Naruto, to be honest, but he wouldn't deny that Naruto had quite a bit of strength behind his punches. Time would go by and Naruto would learn more about how to use his abilities properly. One day, though, I'm going to say that Naruto is still a failure here. A failure when it comes on to his chakra control. Why? Because Kurama, honestly. He still can't make regular clones like in canon, but it doesn't really matter because Naruto is already able to show people in his class who is boss, he has actually fought Sasuke before, and I'm going to say that because I'm going to say here that due to what Naruto has here, he actually has an advantage against Sasuke when they first sparred. All the kids were watching Naruto fight Sasuke. All the girls just frowning over Sasuke, thinking that, oh, Sasuke is going to win. He's so strong. Look at him. Well, they're just booing Naruto, but Naruto here, he's not taking any of this. Naruto knows that he's the son of the fourth Hokage, and he actually takes training seriously here. He's actually much stronger than in canon, and he doesn't bust out his claws, but he does have his strong regeneration abilities. She's not willing to bust out his claws against Sasuke just yet. He fights Sasuke to the point where Sasuke is wondering, okay, how is this kid so strong? Naruto, he's able to actually fight pretty well. Thanks to his enhanced senses and enhanced strength, he is able to block quite a bit of Sasuke's taijutsu moves. Not only that, but the ones that are able to get by, whenever Sasuke is able to actually hit Naruto, Naruto actually has an enhanced durability here. He has stronger durability than the regular shinobi. And he's able to just tank quite a bit of Sasuke's taijutsu. Sasuke is wondering, okay, why is this kid so strong? Why can't any of my attacks seem to work on him? Those that actually get by, those that are actually able to hit him, they seem to just do nothing. It seems like they just don't phase him. While whenever Naruto actually gets an attack by every time that Naruto actually hits Sasuke, even when Sasuke blocks some of his attacks, it feels like Sasuke's bones are being crushed every single time. Uh, Naruto's punches, they feel like they feel like bricks are being thrown at him. It's like it's like Sasuke is being stoned right now. Honestly, needless to say, Naruto actually does win against Sasuke. A couple of the girls actually boo Naruto here, but people like Anata and Ino here, they actually find this pretty intriguing. They're like, okay, so Naruto actually is stronger than we originally thought. I'm going to say that that's basically how it's gonna go. You guys let me know what shipping you guys want. That's it. When it comes on to the whole Mizuki thing, Mizuki still manages to trick Naruto here because Naruto still can't use his shadow clones. He still can't produce any shadow clones here because of the fact that, well, Kurama is still messing with his chakra. Kurama is still messing with his chakra reserves, but Naruto ends up still getting manipulated by Mizuki to where he is able to steal like some of these sacred scrolls. And Naruto still learns the multi-shadow clone jutsu here. When Mizuki finds Naruto, he laughs, saying that, well, he actually tricked Naruto here. He was a buffoon, honestly, for the fact that he actually fell for Mizuki's tricks. Let me change this real quick because I get tired of seeing this. When Naruto actually finds out that Mizuki tricked him, this is when Naruto becomes angry here. He actually starts to flex a little bit. His shirt actually rips off here, revealing that Naruto is actually much more swole than Mizuki thought. On top of that, Naruto actually mastered the multi-shadow clone jutsu here, which allowed Naruto to produce a whole bunch of clones. All of these clones, though, they actually pop out these. They actually all pop out these claws, all of their bone claws, and they just surround Mizuki. Mizuki is wondering, okay. He nods his head a little bit and is wondering, okay, I am screwed, because he didn't know that Naruto actually had these bone claws on top of everything else. And he realizes at that very moment that, yeah, I have absolutely no way of defeating this kid now. Because Mizuki was weak, even from, I think he was like the very first bad guy that Naruto faced. And Naruto just dominated him, honestly. So, a Naruto with enhanced strength, bone claws, enhanced senses, high durability, all of this stuff. Needless to say, Naruto actually just all of Naruto's clones just charging at Mizuki. All of them are on this man's case. Oh my goodness. They are just slashing him. And by the time Mizuki is done with, he is unrecognizable. This man is dead. Naruto just murdered his first person. Naruto is going to stack up a body count in this what if, that's all I gotta say. I'm sorry, but that's the truth here. Naruto is gonna have a high body count in this what if. Maybe have a couple of kids as well along the way. Oh yeah, and before I end this, Haku is gonna be a girl in this what if. I don't care. No. Look, Haku is just too attractive to be a guy and make me really question myself. Anyways, that's all for the video. All I gotta say now is that, yeah, Aruka Sensei, he still sees Naruto do what he does to Mizuki, and the fact that he's able to use all of his shadow clones here. So Naruto actually passes here. This was the only reason why Naruto never passed the academy. Oh, and I remember actually watching one of Dark King Prometheus' videos, and my question for you guys here today is, how did Rock Lee pass the exam if he couldn't use any chakra? And how was Naruto not able to pass, if that's the case? Because that's a whole plot hole. That's nothing. Hashirama cells can't solve that problem. Answer me that. Alright? That's all I gotta say. King Titan X out. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, that's the end of the video.